Hi, this is Supreet here. Since we have been talking about mindset, beliefs, and reality, I wanted to introduce a very important principle called the mirror principle in this video. There has been a lot spoken about the mirror principle, and I'm sure you would have heard this phrase that the world is a mirror and it reflects what your beliefs and attitudes are. So, what exactly does that mean? Right? So, let's get started. The mirror principle has four rules, so to say, and we will be talking through two of them, and the rest two I will cover in the next video. I don't want to make this video very long. So, what is the first rule? The first rule is the mirror is dual, right? So, there is a physical realm, and that's the physical reflection that you see in an actual mirror, and then there is a quantum realm which is hidden, right? And we call that the all space, where every possible permutation combination of reality exists, right? And the mirror of reality, or the world which is a mirror, that's what we talk about since our childhood, is actually the hidden part, and hence a little difficult to comprehend, and we have no way of directly controlling what it reflects. Now, with this video, I want to change that, right? So, the mirror of reality actually reflects what's your current belief and attitude. And if you get your current belief system and attitudes right, the mirror has no choice but to reflect that. So let's get into more details. For example, if someone holds a victim mindset about themselves and is always like complaining, like the society or their colleagues or it's a government which is kind of causing them to suffer, that means that they have a victim mindset. The mirror would actually exactly reflect the same. They would actually see more and more patterns of them becoming a victim. You get it, how that works? And someone who is seeing more and more toxic relationships, whether it's at work or whether it's in their social life or personal life, it's because they hold that belief, they hold that toxic belief about themselves, saying that I'm not good enough, right? So if you could change or shift these beliefs and hold the right attitude for a long enough period of time, we'll be discussing about this period of time concept, the mirror of reality would have no choice but to reflect the same. So I hope you understand how powerful this is. You hold the key to kind of change the reflection in the mirror, right? Now let's proceed to the next rule. The next rule is the mirror reflects the unity. So what does unity mean? Most of the times we are presenting an unclear image to the mirror. What does that mean? What does a confused image or an unclear image mean? Typically, if you think about how you have been setting your goals or how you have been thinking about your intentions of achieving something, how does it start? You kind of start with your mind, like you feel, okay, that seems to be something which I want to do. Why? Because either it's lucrative or you see it's trending today. So you kind of set a goal. Okay, I also want to be doing that, right? And then later, you try to feel passionate about it, right? So you kind of have an idea coming to your mind, and then it flows down to your heart, right? That approach is not the right approach, because you're trying to copy someone else, or you kind of think that you got something which is trending and I need to be having that. It could be anything. It could be something related to you're trying to learn something new. It could also be you're trying to start a new business. You try to copy the trends, right? And hence, more often than not, the excitement is short-lived and it fizzles out. And hence, what you're showing to the mirror at that point is a confused image or an unclear image. So instead, try this. The next time around, you try to set a goal or set an intention. Let it come from the heart. Your heart actually knows the truth. Your heart knows your soul like nothing else, right? So there is an alignment, inherent alignment with your soul and the purpose of your life. So let it first manifest in your heart, right? And then there is a passion that develops there. You can feel that fire. Most cases you will not even feel, when you get an idea in your heart, you don't get sleep that day or probably for that whole week. You just want to get it, right? And then program or process it in your mind, right? And stop forget about the how part of it. Just feel the passion. And most successful men have actually started their idea, or the inception of their idea has happened in their heart. You can read any book, can kind of go through any success stories. Mostly it would have originated in their heart. So pay attention to this. This is very important, right? So now, if your intention or your goal has come from your heart, you're naturally passionate and you're naturally aligned, right? Let me reinforce this with a further example, right? So most of the times we are thinking of things that we don't want, right? For example, I don't want this bad job, or I don't want this kind of house, or I don't want this kind of a relationship, right? But the focus is never on what you want, right? Let me give you an example to make it even further clearer. Say you're driving on the road and you see an auto rickshaw which is like going in a haphazard manner. You don't want to be near that auto rickshaw. But notice this: the next time you're driving, you somehow or the other end up right behind him or right beside him, or he ends up right behind you or right in front of you or right beside you. Why does that happen? That's because all your attention is on the thing that you don't want. And life actually gives you more of what you're thinking. So wherever your attention goes, your energy goes. Where your energy goes, you go. And hence, it's very difficult. It's actually a very difficult scenario. And I get it because I struggled with it as well. Like, I used to think I don't want this job. I don't want this kind of a work environment. And and guess what? I would actually end up in such a scenario every time, right? So if the same patterns keep repeating in your life, it's because of this. So have clarity and alignment between your heart and mind, right? You cannot be feeling one thing and thinking something else, right? So both have to be in alignment, right? And think about what you want. Like, I want to be setting up a successful business, or I want to be writing this book, I want to make this drawing, right? So the more you focus on what you want, you will get away from what you don't want, and your energy is on the right things, right? So make a note of this and try to follow these two rules in your life uh, going forward, and let me know what your observations or what you see. Are you seeing some changes in your life, right? So that's the activity that I will leave you with. With this, I will conclude this video. In the next one, I'll be covering the rule number 3 and rule number 4 of the mirror principle.